The mansion's alarm shrieked like a banshee in the night, shattering the stillness of the empty corridors. Chloe burst through the glass doors, heels clicking against the polished marble, her phone clutched tightly. "Dad, it's..." Her words faltered as she froze in the shadowed hallway. The room beyond was quiet. Too quiet. Max skidded in behind her, hoodie half-zipped, eyes wide. "What the hell is going on? Did anyone call?" His fingers fumbled over the screen of his laptop, searching for a news alert. The AI assistant in the room flickered to life, its holographic interface glowing, bathing the space in an eerie blue. A deep, calm voice reverberated from the speakers, "Welcome, heirs. Your father is gone. His fortune will not pass as you expected." Chloe's lips parted. "Gone? He's dead." "Yes," the AI continued, unflinching, "and the inheritance is no longer a matter of wealth alone. Your actions will determine your worth. The fortune has been locked inside me. To access it, each of you must complete 1 year of anonymous public service. No identities may be revealed. Failure results in permanent forfeit." Max laughed nervously, a short bark of disbelief. "Wait, are you serious? You want us to help people?" The AI's glow pulsed. "Public service. 1 year. Observed and evaluated. Your choices, honesty, and integrity will be tracked. The challenge begins at dawn." Chloe slammed her hands on the marble railing. "This is insane. He can't just do this to us. I'm his daughter. I should inherit everything." "You're acting like a brat," Max muttered, rubbing his forehead. "We all are, but apparently, we have no choice. He set the rules, and the AI enforces them." Elena, who had been silent until now, straightened her posture, her notebook clutched tightly. Her calm voice cut through the chaos. "Then we play by his rules. If we want the inheritance, we follow them. Complaining won't change anything." Chloe glared at her. "Easy for you to say. You've always done what's expected of you. I live in a world where things are given." Max pinched the bridge of his nose. "This is going to destroy us." The AI interrupted, its voice smooth and chilling. "The year begins at 6 a.m. Tasks will be assigned. You will have no guidance beyond what I provide. Remember, anonymity is mandatory. Exposure results in disqualification." The night passed in a haze of disbelief, whispered arguments, and uneasy planning. By the early morning light, Chloe found herself in a cramped shelter handing out breakfast sandwiches. Her silk blouse clung uncomfortably as she fumbled with paper plates, the smell of cheap coffee making her stomach churn. "Here, ma'am," a frail woman murmured, her eyes cautious. "Thank you," Chloe stammered, offering a shaky smile. "Why, you're welcome." She wiped sweat from her brow, realizing this was no ordinary day. No mansion, no assistants, no waiting handouts. Just real people. Max sat cross-legged in a dingy classroom, whiteboard marker in hand, trying to teach coding to a group of curious but skeptical kids. "Okay, so loops are like..." His confidence faltered as the kids whispered and giggled. "Imagine you're a hamster, running in a wheel, forever, unless you break the code." "Wait, seriously?" one of the kids asked, eyebrows raised. Max forced a laugh. Yes, seriously, loops are important." He sank back in his chair, realizing this was harder than any video game challenge he'd faced. Elena moved with quiet precision through the hospital corridors, offering assistance where it was needed. She noticed a young nurse struggling to lift a patient. Without a word, she stepped forward, helping gently. For the first time, she felt her skills mattered outside grades and accolades. The nod of thanks from the nurse felt heavier than any certificate she had ever earned. Back at the mansion, the AI interface tracked each move, digital points glowing for every correct interaction. Chloe's hands trembled as her first point popped up on the screen. Max muttered curses under his breath when his progress bar barely moved. Elena watched silently, noting her own modest increments. The AI's judgment was impartial, unyielding. By midday, the siblings began to sense the challenge's true weight. Chloe's patience frayed as she argued with a volunteer over the right way to organize donations. Max's frustration boiled over when a coding exercise failed repeatedly, children staring at him expectantly. Elena's calm exterior began to crack under the relentless pace, fatigue settling deep into her shoulders. You think this is charity? This is torture, Chloe snapped to Max during a lunch break at a park bench. It's not supposed to be easy, Max muttered. We're being tested, and apparently, the AI doesn't care if we suffer. Elena shook her head. It's not about comfort. It's about learning. He wants to see if we can handle responsibility, without entitlement. The first week passed with escalating difficulty. Tasks grew stranger, more challenging. Chloe found herself tutoring illiterate adults in the library, while Max delivered packages in the sweltering heat, and Elena organized a blood drive under a tight deadline. Each point, each evaluation, seemed to measure not just their effort but their morality. One evening, Chloe sat alone on a park bench, a cold breeze brushing her hair. She stared at the AI's screen on her phone. 12 points today. Not enough. Her fingers shook. For the first time in her life, she felt insignificant. Why does this feel worse than failing school? She whispered to herself. Max slumped against a wall nearby, wiping sweat from his brow. It's like, no matter how hard we try, it's never enough. And the AI, it sees everything. Every thought, every hesitation. Elena joined them silently, hands in her pockets. Maybe that's the point. The challenge isn't the work itself. It's who we become while doing it. Chloe scoffed, but there was a tremor in her voice. Become what? I don't even know who I am outside my dad's money. Max looked up, face tight with frustration. I think I'm starting to understand. It's not about the money. It's about surviving this, and maybe actually caring about someone besides ourselves. The AI's voice suddenly interrupted the silence, crisp and unyielding. Week 1 complete. Observe progress. Chloe, compassion moderate. Max, effort high, patience low. Elena, consistency excellent. Continue. Chloe's heart thumped, a mix of fear and resolve. We can't fail, she muttered. Not now, not ever. Max's lips twitched into a reluctant smirk. Guess it's game on. But this time, the game's real. Elena's eyes narrowed. We need to remember, anonymity is key. One slip and it's over. Let's keep moving. We survive together, even if we don't like each other. The first sparks of sibling rivalry ignited, but alongside them, something unexpected, respect. Even in frustration, each saw the other's effort, their determination, their humanity. As night fell, the mansion sat silent, the AI interface dimming for the first time. Outside, the city buzzed obliviously. The heirs had begun their journey, but the real test, the kind that would push them beyond selfishness, ego, and fear, was only beginning. Don't forget, Chloe whispered to the empty room, we have to survive, and we have to change. Or we lose everything. Max groaned, lying back on the grass. I hate this already, but maybe I kinda like it. Elena didn't answer. She was already planning the next day, calculating points, evaluating risks. But even she felt it. The challenge was bigger than any algorithm, any inheritance. It was about life. And the AI was watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see how far they'll go, and how far you'd go for a fortune you can't touch until you change.